Hey bitches, your satanic sugar daddy is back, and shit has gotten real. If you're just joining my crazy escapades, then you need to know this. Yes, I am well endowed and available, ladies. But I'm also part of a crew of idiots who review cartoons. Pretty pathetic pastime, but it passes it. Things were going fine until this asshole named Fuzzy Petals called me, brainwashed me, and then ordered me to murder the entire Cartoon Corner crew. It didn't end well for anyone, to say the least. So one of our annoying WHYBOY bots took over the show for a time, and was then put under the control of Ass Petals too. Again, this wouldn't end well, as when Smolder returned to the show, Robot went crazy, Ass Petals took control, and then beat the crap out of Smolder. It was kind of funny, actually. I then decided to lend a hand of my own, and torched Ash Petals' robot to ashes, saving Smolder and the show. Good deeds make me sick, but it'll all be worth it. He's still out there, probably pissed off at the hell I put him through. But once I bring the crew back together, hell will be the least of Fuzzy Petals' worries.
Mama. Hell no, not back here again.
Gasper, come over here real quick so I can slap that stupid smile off your face.
Obnoxious?
Vanilla! What are you? Wait. If you're here, then where? Hey. Now, before you scream, let me just say this. This hand does not belong to me. And secondly, I was brainwashed when I tried to kill you guys. There. Are we cool?
Hell to the no! Do you know how long I was in the hospital for? Thanks to you, prick!
Don't give a rat's ass, actually, but please tell me. I need to know.
8 months! I missed out on 8 different dates to bitch about thanks to you!
And I'm sure your ad hominem insults would have been missed on the internet. Again, rat's ass.
Ass.
So, Obnoxious, how about you ghostly splooge? How are ya?
Please, just don't hurt me!
Obnoxious. Vanilla.
Huh?
I can hurt you regardless if you beg, and especially if you try to run away. So, you two are going to stay here until Smolder and WHYBOY wake up.
Smolder? WHYBOY? They're here too?
Are they alright? Oh, the doctor said about WHYBOY that he had a minor case of being in a coma, and Smolder did get the ever-loving shit beaten out of him by your robot. Oh, but they'll be fine. All we have to do is just let Puppet work his cameoing wizard magic, and they'll be perfect.
Whoa! What?
Oh, you know, it's kind of like that Chekhov's gun thing, but in a cameoing wizard form. Oh, there he is.
Sweet! What the Okay. Fine. Then what are we going to do to pass the time then?
Well, as you should know about cameo wizards, they can only solve a problem after the first problem has been resolved. Where did you learn that? In our problem of the day, Obnoxious. Happily never after.
Oh god, I heard of this. In the height of Shrek's popularity, several animation studios tried to hop on the parody bandwagon to make their own great fairy tale parody. This is the one they say is the worst.
Yes, Happily Never After received critical praise for its legendary, awful animation, cringeworthy dialogue, and Andy Dick. And give a big thanks to Vanguard Animation and Robert Moreland. You know, the crew behind Space Gyms 1 and 2. So already this project was in wonderful hands. So, we're actually reviewing this together, right? You're not gonna send me to the corner again, right? Obnoxious. Of course not. Oh, I'm just gonna send you to the middle of space for shits and giggles first. What? Oh, I miss doing that. So, shall we begin?
Whatever, I guess. This is Happily Never After.
Wow, spanking as a rational troll. This box art is shit, with the two comic reliefs taking up 1/3 of the box, and a bunch of pointless subsidiary characters grinding up the bubble where the 3 actual main characters are. It's just a very crowded, disjointed cover. But the choice to place the prince way on the back? Good choice.
Don't forget to mention that Happily Never After is from a producer of Shrek and Shrek 2. Congrats! You, sir, were in the production of Shrek and a Shrek clone. We're dealing with a real risk taker here, folks.
Anyway, we get an in medias res opening with the evil stepmother named Freda, played by Sigourney Weaver, making a big evil speech to all the villains of Fairy Tale Land.
Evil doers of our kingdom! We're always the losers, the bad guys. Is that fair? No.
Not sure about the speech, but A+ on the cleavage.
I give you happily never after!
Hold it! Would the owner of a light blue coach with Narnia plates please move your vehicle? You're parked in a trolls only zone. Thank you.
No.
Hey, Pruck! Then where am I supposed to park?
Park up my ass.
While I have your attention, you see that there? That's what we call a wicked stepmother. Feel free to boo.
So yeah, we're given some quality narration from the king of charisma himself, Freddie Prinze Jr. That's right, WHYBOY! He played Fred Jones in the Scooby-Doo movie! I almost forgot. Thank you for reminding me. But here, he plays a considerably less smart role as Rick, the regular-looking dishwasher.
Right, regular. If he's regular, my Kendall's an accurate leprosy victim.
So Rick tells us all the goings-on in Fairy Tale Land in that classic no-shit sort of fashion.
In this tower, high above the prince's palace, is what you might call the Department of Fairy Tale Land Security. This is where all the stories, you know the ones, are watched over by a wizard. And his job is to make sure every fairy tale goes by the book.
And it also gives us an excuse to have George Carlin on the box. Hooray for star power!
And that's why he has these. The scales of good and evil. See that? They have a little pointer and everything. Now, as long as he keeps those things in balance, the stories never change, and the endings stay happy, happy, happy.
You know you're just asking for trouble when you have such an arbitrary system of the world's reality. Especially when you hire stupid assistants like these two, Monk and Marble, or as I call them, Pig and Dick, played by Wallace Shawn and Andy Dick.
But now Rick focuses on the fairy tale of Cinderella and his crush Ella, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar.
But she's always been Ella to me. She's in love with that prince you just saw. What does Ella see in Prince Potato Head? I have no idea, but just look at her. She's so beautiful. A girl like that could never fall for an ordinary guy like...
Rick, you forgot to explain why having Cinderella with short hair is in any way a parody or a joke of Cinderella. After finally completing the boring as dirt exposition, we see Rick dropping off some invitations to Ella to go to the ball.
And as to be expected, Ella is an oblivious cocktease and Rick is a sarcastic asshole.
I'm invited too, just like I've dreamed about. The royal ball, and he'll be there. I may even get to dance with him tonight.
Gosh, wouldn't that be super? He's dreaming.
Wow. This really makes you appreciate how god of a sarcastic asshole WHYBOY is.
The invitation! Oh my goodness!
Whoa! Great. Here comes the dragon lady.
What a wonderful homage to Disney's Cinderella. I always thought having the bitching of two ugly blow-up dolls in the background would have made Cinderella far superior.
So thankfully, Sigourney Weaver here is honestly the only one who is actually having fun with their role, having up to abnormal extremes.
First, she has to polish my shoes, then cook us a pot roast, whiten the bathtubs, shampoo the cat, reshingle the roof, give the carriage a lube job. Shall I continue?
Oh, I didn't know the evil stepmother from Cinderella was an autophiliac as well. Now I know! And knowing makes it even more hot. Unfortunately, due to Weaver's lube job, Ella can't go to the ball, and Rick is kicked out, forcing him to meet up with Prince Patrick Warburton, playing the ever-difficult role of meat-headed idiot. Or should I call him by what the credits list him as? Prince Humperdinck. I declare that you shall now be named Prince Humps from now on. It's a much more dignified name if I do say so myself.
Perfect, and Prince Humps has an exciting personality quirk. He bases his entire personality by rating it from a book.
I guess this is a parody of how other animated princes are by the book? Maybe? But if that's the case, Rick over here is a bigger violator of that.
Oh, great. Downstairs neighbor, the airhead, formerly known as Prince. There's gotta be something better on.
Oh boy! Time for the best part of the movie. The movie snarkily comments on itself with the help of Andy Dick.
Oh, and then there's Rumpelstiltskin. Still trying to get the baby. Don't ask me why he wants a baby. Messy diapers and the drooling and the this and the...
Congratulations, happily never after. You just made making fun of you unfun! Thanks, Dick!
Excluding the Purple Puss's commentating, Cameo Wizard heads out to do some golfing, leaving Dick and Peg in charge, and giving plenty of time for Dick to complain.
Always the same thing. The good guys win.
And what do you want to have happen? Rumpelstiltskin gets the baby? Cinderella stays a maid?
I just wish we could mix it up a little bit, you know, make it a little edgier, you know, then let them have their happy ending.
We are not...
I have a question! Okay. Seeing as Dick is always complaining that the fairy tales always end in the same fashion, does that mean that the fairy tales in this universe repeat themselves? And if so, how do they repeat?
Huh. That is a question to ask.
Does this mean there's an infinite amount of Rapunzel copies always getting stuck in the same tower? Or does this mean the universe repeats daily like Groundhog Day? Or do these repeats happen ancestrally over hundreds of years throughout family lines, as they clearly state they are old as hell?
Well, any way you slice it, the movie answers this by doing no question it makeover time!
Makeover, 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 makeover. Makeover, 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 makeover. Makeover, 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 makeover. For you and me.
Ella's story continues as she makes her way to the ball, and Dick complains some more because a character who does nothing but complains is hilarious! Dick and Pig then get into shenanigans, which alerts Weaver, making her visit him and realizing that her entire existence is predestined to lose to Cinderella.
Atrocious. Sure, the villain always loses in these cartoons, but learning that ahead of time? I feel so bad for her. You do not! You're right, I just like her boob jiggles.
Anyway, bamboozling ensues as Dick and Pig show why predestined fate shouldn't be decided by a bunch of annoying twats.
Don't let her get this thing! Let go of it, little freak! Oh no! No airbags!
Now with all the power at her blockily sculpted fingertips, she begins to screw with some endings.
Let down your hair!
I wonder what happens if I just...
Ow!
Ow! I'm on my keys.
Honey, you could have thought of something way better than that. Don't worry, I'll give you a freebie. You can just taste the crabs.
She then flips to Ella's story and does a truly noble deed, saving her from marrying Patrick Warburton.
I think the little princess needs a makeover!
Oh, what happened?
Sorry!
Oh, that was so sweet of her. And with Ella's happy ending royally, Weaver begins her completely justified overthrowing of the kingdom with crappy techno music.
Maybe it's just fireworks?
You know, I'm only doing this to pay off a parking ticket.
Evildoers of our kingdom!
Just give us a second. And there we go. Nothing important lost.
I give you happily never after!
Yeah, this is where you came in. I hate to tell you, but it gets worse.
No shit!
So with that wondrous wisdom in mind, Rick and Ella discuss fairly calmly and without acting like two tantruming 6-year-olds on what to do next.
He just does whatever his little book says.
I'm sure his book will tell him to save the day.
If you think that poser is gonna save us, you're dreaming.
Maybe I am dreaming, but somehow I know. I know this wasn't supposed to happen.
When will Mommy and Daddy stop fighting, Vanilla?
But forever
only when hackneyed writing is considered good writing.
We need the prince.
AKA, never, bitch.
We cut to Dick and Pig in the woods, bitching and moaning about how they royally butt-screwed the kingdom.
You knocked over the ball.
You gave her the staff.
A wicked stepmother. With the wizard's staff.
She could take over the kingdom.
It's amazing how every time they talk, comedy just seems to slowly die.
Suddenly, Ella pops into the scene and asks Dick and Pig if they've seen Prince Humps. They haven't, but with their common search for humps in mind, they head off.
Back with Weaver, she is visited by Rumpelstiltskin.
Take your pick on which version of Rumple is more annoying.
And he tries to cut a deal with Weaver to become her partner.
You malicious creative exec. Dastardly follower in charge of badness. I stole a baby! That's about as evil as it gets!
Okay, okay.
You, sir, are understanding what you can do with a perfectly healthy baby. Allow Harold, the assistant to the devil, to assist. First off, you can... And that's how you make a fully functional baby fountain with pinwheel accessories. Now, aren't we feeling creatively evil now?
Never again. Never. Never.
The babies! Wonderful! Rumple tells Weaver about Ella searching for Prince Humps, so rightfully so, she sends out her lackeys to take care of her. The meaty villains close in on Ella, Dick, and Pig, but they come across the home of the 7 dwarves. No, not those dwarves, these even freakier looking dwarves, and they ask what Ella and crew are doing at their house.
I bet damsel once took Snow White.
We don't even know Snow White.
I used to spy on her, though.
Ooh, why did it suddenly get nipple-heartedly cold in here? Oh, I'm watching you.
As the dwarves' house is surrounded, the dwarves don their war outfits, which makes them look oh so adorable. And they prepare for the big one by unveiling their diamond shooting machine.
Diamonds?
Why do you think we've been saving them? They're harder than a knight's sword and sharper than a dragon's tooth.
To be fair, the little freaks are doing more with their diamonds than the Disney or the 7D dwarves ever did.
Come on! Take that, you varmints!
But then dwarf number 1 is hit, and no one with a personality is there to save the day.
Wait a minute.
Is she gonna do it? Congratulations, Ella! You finally had your badass moment!
For a whopping 30 seconds!
It's a nice gesture, writing Ella's decision to get in the machine without using any dialogue, but the choice leads to so little payoff, what's the point? Especially when the film schizophrenically just cuts to repeating footage. Oh no, Weaver's got a hold of the movie's editor now too, all hope is lost. But thankfully Rick flies in to save the day, leaving behind the dwarves. How heroic.
And this pisses on Weaver's parade, so as she puts it, she'll take care of Miss Goody Two-Slippers herself.
Back with the gang, Rich actually talks about taking the initiative for once, and suggests a plan to take Weaver out.
Look, I say there's no time to find the prince. We gotta take Frida out. Ourselves.
But she has the wizard's staff.
So take it. Just create a distraction, sneak up on her, and jump her.
Okay, good. We make a distraction, we do some sneaking, and then this jumping thing, though, I don't know. I have a bad back. Who's doing the jumping?
I don't know, but I'm also wondering how big of a splatter mark a big purple cat dick would make when falling from 10,000 feet? How about we find the answer out together?
Ignoring Rick's plan, Ella spots Prince Humps, but coincidentally, the motor broom runs out of fuel and they crash a mile away. Again, Rick takes the high road and goes off alone to find Prince Humps, walking solemnly with his royally blued balls. And because every anime movie needs a musical number, or I don't know, the kids will actually grow smart enough to realize this is pandering crap, we get a bland-ass love song.
So here we are, stuck in the middle of a rushing stream. Is a fairy tale or a silly dream? I'm gonna do my task, but is it too much to ask? Do I get what I want? Will I want what I get? Do I get what I want? Will I want what I get? Do I get what I want? Will I want what I get?
I need to make a love song, but I want to put as little effort into it as possible.
Rick finally finds Prince Humps, and several unfunny throwaway made-head jokes later, we cut back to Ella as she is having her own existential crisis concerning her destiny.
That's all? That's my whole life? I just marry the prince?
What else did you expect?
I don't know. I guess... more.
Ah, a princess wanting more. Never heard that before.
So blah blah, Weaver attacks and blah blah, she hides in the woods and blah blah, Ella runs out into the open instead of into the dense woods because if she did, she would have escaped.
Ella! No!
And there was much rejoicing.
With Ella captured, Rick tries to volunteer again to be the hero to save Ella.
You know, I don't think saving someone should require permission.
Then these two start chatting up saying, only the prince can save the day. He always says it. Always.
And where does that thinking lead them?
He's falling off. He's falling off the steed. He fell off. He's on the ground now. He's feeling around. Is that it? That's a stick. Oh, ooh, they're kicking him now. And they're laughing. They're laughing at him. And he just got captured.
Fudging final!
Now onto Rick's smart plan. Seeing as how he's a nobody loser, he can just waltz into the palace while acting quote-unquote cool.
Hey, I'm just trying to put money in your pocket, player.
Yo! Yo?
Yo! We're cool. We're low. We're on the down low. DL. Down low. Way down here, we're slowly bowling.
Perfect. So Rick, Dick, and Pig bust into Weaver's cavern to get a hold of her rigid staff. But her cavern seemed to have a few more holes than they expected.
I've got you, Ella!
You should have just married the dishwasher. He's so much cuter.
Yeah, because he looks like a goddamn prince.
I did something dangerous and heroic and... Hey, why didn't anyone stop me?
You're right! Doing something that heroic doesn't fit with your character at all! So crawl up your own urethra and drown on your own piss, you annoying shit!
Obnoxious!
What? I have never been more proud of you. Oh, thank you. Oh, and more good news!
Dang.
Weaver begins beating the crap out of Rick and knocks him out, leaving Blandy McBlanderson to save the day. But to be fair, Weaver does most of the work for Ella.
What life? The life you were gonna have with Sleeping Beauty over there?
now you're playing with portals. And bullshit. So with one ineffective looking punch, Weaver tumbles into the portal, saving the day. Feel free to boo. And we wrap up things with one of Rick's classic narrations.
So there you go. Maybe it's not the Cinderella tale you're used to, but personally, I like this one better.
Mostly because you can place your giggle stick in something now.
By the time the wizard came back, Monk and Mambo had cleaned everything up.
Are we ready?
And Fairy Tale Land was back to normal.
Huh. Any problems?
Problems? No, no problems. Come on, everything went pretty smooth.
Oh, yes. Every story had an ending.
Especially Little Red Riding Hood. Because she's dead. See?
So what does happily ever after really mean?
Sex?
Beats me. But you know, I think we're gonna find out.
And that, my little accidents, was happily never after.
And now it's time for the final thought.
No, wait, hold on, Vanilla. Do we really just want to do a ending paragraph summary? Do we really want to be as bland and unoriginal as WHYBOY?
Hell no! Then what are we going to do?
I know! We can do a breakdown of the movie! A point form breakdown of its pros, cons, and how it could be improved. That way it can make us look smart.
Wow, Obnoxious, that's a really neat idea.
Which you didn't come up with.
Obviously, where'd you get it, idiot?
I broke into WHYBOY's computer and looked at his notes.
Okay then, Harold.
Ah! My face! My face! It's on fire! Ah! 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 Now, if you're done lying, how about you start us off with the pros? Okay. First pro, Sigourney Weaver as the stepmother was a fun performance. Obviously let down by the subpar dialogue, Weaver still manages to get a lot of energy out of the script that a lesser actress could never do. Second, the concept of Rick's arcs, someone regularly getting their own happy ending, can be a very identifiable and lead to a great moral. And third, there are some good moments of subtextual writing, including Ella's badass moment and Rick egging Prince on to save Ella, which at least helps try to form more dynamic characters with these two.
But each of these pros are killed by the cons. Firstly, the animation is blocky, lifeless, and just odd to look at, with its very Play-Doh-y texture, making everything look doubly stupid. Especially everyone's hair. Second, the movie can't decide whose story it wants to follow, Rick or Ella's. It clearly couldn't tell both, so the remaining third of the movie ends up flip-flopping protagonists, ending with neither of these two stories leading to a dynamic character change. Thirdly, the movie sucks at parody. All the jokes come up as too broad to identify what they are exactly parodying, and delivered too stalely to engage the audience, with the king of stale delivers being Dick.
That leaves me with a difficult question. How could we realistically improve Happily Never After if we could? I can think of two main improvements. First, focus on Rick's journey and give him choices. Choices that affect the story. Like Obnoxious says, Rick's story can have an identifiable moral to it, but as the movie is laid out, Weaver was the one who kickstarted the narrative, leaving our protagonists, especially Rick, with very little of a dynamic beginning to their character arcs to stand on. Maybe if it was Rick's choice to help Weaver get the staff so that he could have his happy ending with Ella, then we could have had him learn the true meaning of happy endings and have him become a true hero. And second, remove the Shrek parody backbone of this crap and make it a straight fairy tale. A fairy tale land where a regular guy wants to have his own happy ending. That could be a great fairy tale all on its own. Maybe write it as a side story to Cinderella or something. The Shrekism parodies? Just hold it all down. All these points combined to give us a movie with plenty of potential for jokes, but just throws them all off a cliff to just be in the Shrek bandwagon, making this a very sad, a very boring, and a very, very, very bad movie.
And seeing as how we're all good buddies now and you've completely forgotten that I nearly killed all of you, how about we go out to eat? Your treat.
You're the worst, you know that?
Oh, I know. Now shut up and let's go.
Hey, are we forgetting something?
WHYBOY, obviously.
Oh, okay.